For today's demo, I'm using the Linux Docker image for MidServer. I am running Docker Desktop on my Windows 11 and WSL to host MidServer. Here is the MidServer up and running, and let me show the Docker that I'm running, and let me clear the container log before we start the discovery. Let's do a quick discovery on 192.168.180.95. Now let's check the logs. We can see session probes are being triggered, and if you look through this, meanwhile, let's check the discovery progress. We can see discovery is still in progress, and let's give a couple of seconds more. Now you can see the mid server is sending ECC queue. Let's check back the portal status. We can see the status completed. Let's go to the device tab and see what is discovered. Let me refresh this list and see what data comes in. You can see the device name populated now. I can quickly show the terminal and show you the host name. Going back to the portal, let's look at the network adapter and Ethernet file system and mount point. And you can see about 425 software installed. Now into the running processes. And this is my Docker running on WSL. It even shows the environment file that I used to run this container. Now let's check the IP address. We can see both IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. Let me show you the message flow between ServiceNow instance and my Linux host. There are different types of props run on my host for discovering. In the queue column, output means messages sent to the mid server, and input means messages received from the mid server. Let's look what did we receive for the horizontal discovery prop. Let me open the XML payload and copy the content for formatting. Let me open an editor and paste it in that window. Now you can see the JSON payload. Let me walk you through this response schema. You can see the status as succeeded, and then it has an object called results, which has a list of items. You can see that there are many items discovered by the horizontal discovery prop. Now let's look into the values object. You can see the details about the operating system, host name, RAM. Let's expand and see the relations now. Let's move on to the next discovery item that I have for today's demo. I'm going to try discovering a Cisco router this time. Before I start the discovery, let me SSH onto the router and show you the config details. Note the interfaces and the IP address. Let's begin the discovery now. Let me show you the logs now. You can see the SNMP props. And now the horizontal discovery prop work are completed. Let's check the discovery status now. Let's check the SNMP prop. Probably worth showing the SNMP table, the MIP table, and SNMP object ID. You can see the MIP table hierarchy info. Now let me show the horizontal discovery prop output. You can note the consistency in the schema structure that will give you the ability to write reusable sensors. Now let me go back and show you the device discovered. You can see the description. This is a Cisco 7200 series router. Let's check the router interfaces. We can see the fast Ethernet 0/0 and fast Ethernet 1/0. Let's check the interface routing entries. Moving on to network adapters, and we can see the network adapters with their MAC addresses. And on to the IP addresses, both are IPv4 attached to their respective NICs. Now, let me show you if this was a scheduled discovery, how changes on the router config will be updated to the CI data. Now I am back to the router terminal. Show IP interface brief. Note the fast Ethernet 1/0 IP address. Let me change that to 192.168.107.66 and /26 mask. Now that's done, let me save the config. Let me discover the router again. Going back to ServiceNow portal. Click discovery. Click on OK. Check the logs and wait for completion. Now discovery is completed. Check the device detail. Yeah, now we can see that the interface IP address is updated to 192.168.107.66. And with that, we have reached the end of the demo. Thank you for watching and would like to hear your feedback.